5 to 7 minutes timer. Dorothy means is passionate about relationships. How is your emotional love tank filled? You're empowered to love. Please welcome Dorothy Means, empowered to love.
If you don't remember anything I say tonight, I want you to remember this. You are empowered to love. Can I hear you say that?
You are empowered to love.
Can I hear you say that again?
You are empowered to love.
Okay, now I would like for you to say, I am empowered to love.
I am empowered to love.
3 is the charm. Thank you. It's interesting because Joshua and I did research from the same author. And I am going to talk about Dr. Gary Chapman. He has written the book, The 5 Love Languages. Everybody has an emotional love tank. February is the love month. Valentine's Day is almost here. And February is also the American Heart Month. The cornerstone of good lifestyle is a healthy heart. As Will has told us once before, what you put in your body makes a difference. A healthy heart, food, and a fit body. Exercise at least 3 times a week. In addition to exercising and having a good heart comes the emotional love tank. We also want your heart full of love, overflowing to someone else. It is important the relationship that you have with yourself depends on the relationships you can have with others. As Joshua said before, the 5 love languages, words of affirmation, receiving gifts, quality time, acts of service, and physical touch. How many in the room know what their love language is? Nice. My love language is acts of service. My husband spoke it regularly. When I had somewhere to go, my car was washed, gas was in the car, food was cooked, my Valentine was wonderful. Now, Dr. Chapman says there are 2 dominant languages out of the 5. I so enjoy the 5 love languages until I can speak all 5. But my 2 dominant ones, acts of service and physical touch. My nephew had 2 sons, and I had met them before. I love to hug babies and kiss them. If you ever groom your daughter, I will talk to her and try to psych her mind so I can get a hug. My nephew brought his boys in, and I said, remember the one, tell them, prepare them, because I want to hug and kiss them. He said, okay, Aunt Dorothy. Brought those boys in. I said, hello, how are you? He came to me, I picked him up, I hugged him and kissed him, and he said, so you're Aunt Dorothy. I looked at Lamont and I said, you did an excellent job. Now, the story is told of a couple. The man was very sick. He went to the doctor, and the doctor took his vital signs and whatnot and said, okay, I need to really come up with a plan for you. So he excused the man, and he called his wife in. And he said, listen, I need you to do these things to make sure that your husband gets back to optimal health. He said, number 1, I want you to fix a nutritious breakfast. She listened. Number 2, I want you to make sure he has a good lunch. Send him back to work in a pleasant mood. She listened. Number 3, I want you to fix a wonderful dinner. Something that he likes. And no honeydew, no chores, no anything like that. She listened. He said, and number 4, I want you to romance him several times a week and satisfy his every whim. She said, "Mhm." So they went home, and she said nothing as they drove home. Got into the house, still said nothing. So he said, honey, what did the doctor say? And she said, he told me that you are going to die. Here's the question. He needed acts of service. That was his love language. She wasn't willing to give it. My question to you is, once you find out what your love language is, and you find out what your spouse, what your friend, what your coworker, what their love language is, are you willing to speak it? Are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to love well? The question is, when your love tank is full, people go.